Conversation. We were talking about baseball and dealing with superstars, and he was getting more and more animated and more absent-minded. He had 3 heaters going at one time.
One and 2 on Hill as Minor checks on the runner Nady. A 3-time manager of the year, twice with Seattle and then 2008 with the Cubs, and the only skipper to lead 2 clubs to wire-to-wire finishes. 2 down in the inning. Cincinnati in 1990 and then Seattle in 2001.
The 26th annual Cubs convention will take place at the Hilton Chicago on January 14th, 15th, and 16th, 2011. Rooms are available now by calling the Hilton Chicago at 312-922-4400 and asking for the Cubs convention rate. Weekend passes will go on sale in early November. For more information, as always, visit Cubs.com.
One strike on the pitcher, Randy Wells. By the way, the answer to the Randy Johnson question, it was Lollapalooza. He was working as a photographer for Soundgarden, who performed the final show on Sunday night. It's a pretty good gig. It's hard to be inconspicuous, though, as a photographer. You are 6'10". Get some pretty good angles, though. You know, a lot of the photographers carry around the little step ladder to get a good angle over all the media surrounding a celebrity, but I don't think the big unit needed that at all. Swing and a miss by Wells as Minor strikes out the side. Jim Hendry coming up. It's a 1-1 tie after 2.
Pepsi Max, please.
Good song.
Great song.
So, Pepsi Max has 0 calories, huh?
Yep.
How many calories?
0.
0?
0.
What are you doing?
YouTube.
Oh.
Pepsi Max. 0 calories. Maximum Pepsi taste.
And now I'll turn it over to the Gecko.
Ah, thank you, sir. As we all know, Geico has been saving people money on RV, camper and trailer insurance, as well as motorcycle insurance. Ah, sorry. Technical difficulties.
What about this?
What's this one do? Maybe that one.
Okay, let's keep rolling. We run motorcycle insurance?
Take 15 minutes to see how much you could save on motorcycle, RV, and camper insurance.
Are you boxers, are you briefs, or something in between? Do you dream in Evergreen? Or a place where trunks are mostly bluish green, with a waistband softer than the rain? Well, I don't care what you want to wear down there.
All right, so this Tylenol 8-hour lasts 8 hours, but Aleve can last 12 hours. And Aleve was proven to work better on pain than Tylenol 8-hour.
So why am I still thinking about this? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Aleve, proven better on pain.
Welcome back. 1-1. We get into the 3rd inning. Len and Bob along with Cubs Vice President and General Manager Jim Hendry. Tough day today, Jim. I know a very emotional day for you, for Lou Piniella, and the entire Cubs family.
Yeah, it is a tough day, Len, but obviously the man's had such a great career, done so many things for not only the Cubs, but for the game for a long, long time as a player, coach, successful manager, had an impact on so many people's lives and players' lives. It's just a shame that he's got so many family concerns now that he does feel like he needs to be home. You would have loved to send him out with a better club, and have had a better year, but it's great that we can honor him today, and it's all about Lou today, and I think I think the crowd and the guys in the clubhouse really made him feel special today.
We've got 6 more weeks to talk about all the other stuff. You're absolutely right about today being lose day. 1-2 the count on Omar Infante, who hit a leadoff homer. The Cubs tied it in the bottom of the first. All right, I got to ask you about this. Now, when you were 6, you watched Lou play high school basketball?
Yeah, my oldest brother was a sophomore in high school at Tampa Jesuit High School, and he took his little brother to a lot of the high school games in Tampa. It was about 20 miles from where we grew up in Dunedin, and Lou was a tremendous high school basketball player and a 30-35 point a game guy in high school. So my earliest remembrance as a kid of young high school great players was Lou Piniella.
And you got to hire him prior to the 2007 season.
Yeah, it was very
special.
special.
Yourself.
Yeah, it was very special, and we joked about that. You know, during the interview process. Of course, he didn't remember my brother or me, but or why would he?
So what legacy does Lou leave here on the north side?
Well,
it's deep to right. Baker's back on it, and Jason Hayward just got it over the basket and into the front row. It's now 2-1 Atlanta. A home run by Jason Hayward.
Well, I think, Glenn, you know, we obviously came close in 03 and had a good team in 04, but I think really the 07 season was really good because, you know, we were down and out at the end of May, and we got off the mat, and Lou brought that home, the division title, and then, you know, we really had the best team in the National League for the whole season in 08, and we just had a quick exit in the playoffs. But I think that, you know, it's just more or less become the standard. Either we get in or we don't. It's a good year if we get in, and it's not a successful year if you don't. And unfortunately, you know, of his 4-year reign, that this obviously is going to go down as the worst. But let's not forget all the good things he did here for all of us, and certainly was very important to us moving on the last few years and as we move forward.
And you know, Jim, during Lou's time here in Chicago, a phrase we heard a lot as Prado's going to ground out to Starlin Castro at shortstop, raising the bar. And personally, I think that's a good thing for an organization. When you have more expectations on yourself, you expect to be in postseason baseball. So I think for me, that's one thing I'll remember about Lou's time here.
I think you're exactly right, Bob, and he wouldn't have had any other way when he came here, and I think that's a very fair standard. We live in a huge market, great ballpark, you know, great ownership now, and certainly our expectations should be to get in. And obviously at the end of the day, and you've certainly been on many good teams yourself and managed a world championship team, but sometimes the best teams don't always win when you get in. And in our case, we thought we should have gone farther, you know, and certainly in 08. But I think those are fair expectations, and I think that also does cause the obviously disappointment from all of us when we have a year like this.
Derek Lee at the plate. We would be remiss in not acknowledging at this moment with you in the booth, and you have a very special relationship with Derek and have for a long time, his accomplishments here on the north side. Jim, just hearing some of the numbers and looking them up, one of the great Cubs of all time. Yeah,
he did a great job here, and he played with a lot of pain and discomfort. You know, he had a lot of quality years, and then the 1 year with the wrist injury and the surgery. But you know, overall, what doesn't get appreciated from Derek was he wanted to line up every day. Playing 155 games was what he expected out of himself. There weren't days off. There were 20 days a year that he probably shouldn't have played, and nobody knew it. So he's one of the old school great guys that once you pay him and he's out there to perform a job, he's going to play for you. He's not going to take days off.
The 3-2 to lead just outside ball 4. And tomorrow night in Washington, D.C., third base coach Mike Quade will become the 51st manager in Cubs history. And as we said earlier, pretty neat. Guy who grew up in the northwest suburbs rooting for the Cubs, has been an organizational guy for 8 years and 17 years of managerial experience in the minor leagues.
Right. He's not going to be new at it. He was a very, very good minor league manager, something he wanted to do for a long time. And we just felt with 6 weeks to go that he deserved an opportunity. You know, we're not looking at this as just playing it out. Randy Bush and I have a lot to learn about this ball club the next 6 weeks moving into the offseason, and we really felt like with Lou's departure that it was a good opportunity for Mike and a good thing for us, and I think a lot of people expected it was going to be Alan Trammell to finish out the string, and Alan and I had a very good conversation this morning. Think the world of him, but I did tell Alan that that once we decided that he was not going to be the manager next year, which I have come to that decision lately, that we were better served not feeling like he should finish it and make him feel like he had a chance when he didn't.
Well, the end of an era, but the beginning of another one tomorrow. And Jim, thanks so much for the time as always.
Thank you, guys.
Head to WGNAmerica.com/Tom Petty to nail a free trip to LA to see Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers at the world-famous Hollywood Bowl.
Do you have any idea what this is used for?
You can do whatever you want. My team is going to come busting through that door.
Here we go.
Right
now! Johnson, secure the pizza puffs in the kitchen. Bert, I want a recon team on that brunette in the corner, and I'll commandeer the Bud Light.
It's the sure sign of a good time. The just right taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
Hey, you guys got any ice?
Until the conversation turned, until the sun went down, and many fantasies were there. On that day, keep feeling fascination.
What this droid does will change how you do movies. With Blockbuster On Demand, this does hit films on a 4.3-inch screen so big, the way you see them will never be the same. Introducing the new Droid X, preloaded with Blockbuster, the next generation of does.
Thanks to Jim Hendry for stopping by. Cubs trail the Braves 2-1 as they try to win this series against another first-place club. This has been a very tough stretch for the Cubs. Final game of 17 in a row against teams that all have a very good shot at a postseason berth. The 0-1 on the way to Darwin Barney is up 1 ball, 1 strike. And I think kind of getting back to the basics, Bob, with everything we discussed moving forward with this ball club, not only the final 6 weeks of 2010, but into 2011. Not to downplay the importance of a manager at all, but I think Jim would be the first to tell you. And every guy we look at right there would tell you it's all about the players performing and executing. And when this team has done that, they've won games. There's a huge opportunity for a lot of guys.
Today's game is brought to you by Budweiser, official beer of the Thirst Inning. Let's check out the crowd through the Thirst Inning fan cam and see who's enjoying the game.
Someday it would lead me back to you. That maybe
That's Maroon 5 with Sunday Morning. Budweiser, it's what we do.
Mike Minor with 6 strikeouts already. He only faced 10 batters. A career high, although it's only his 3rd start, 5 strikeouts in each of his first 2. And another one. That's 7 of them. 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 2 more here to start the 3rd. He has punched out 4 in a row. AT&T Uverse TV launched the Chicago Cubs multi-view app in partnership with WGN Sports. Now for Cubs home games on WGN through the rest of the season, AT&T Uverse viewers can call their own shots. The multi-view app allows the viewer to choose from 7 different camera angles and watch 4 at the same time. Multi-view is on channel 780 and available to all Uverse TV customers in the Chicago area. 1-0 on Marlon Byrd. RBI single to tie it in the first. Braves got the lead back on a Jason Hayward one-out homer in the top of this inning. Tell you what, Bob, if these players want Mike Quade to be their manager next year, the best thing they can do is win a bunch of games for him over the final month and a half. That gets back to my original point about performance.
Absolutely. I mean, you could have a consortium of the greatest managers in the history of baseball sitting at the helm of a team, and if you don't have talented players who know how to play the game and are committed to go out and get better on a daily basis, it's not going to make any difference. All about the player's performance, and any manager who's had any success at all at the major league level will immediately tell you it's because the players did their jobs.
Well, we heard Bobby Cox on Friday when asked about his impending retirement, what he remembers the most, what he looks back on. He kept talking about how fortunate he has been to manage really talented teams. Line drive right field. Hayward had to play that a bit cautiously, and Byrd has his second hit.
First one a ground ball through the left side. This one a line drive right at the ankles of Jason Hayward out there in right field. Looked like he wanted to charge that ball and try to make the shoestring catch, but with nobody there to back up the play, 2 outs in the inning, he decided to back off and play it into a single rather than a triple.
Home run swing by Aramis. Strike one. What do you see here early on from Mike Minor that's been so tricky?
He's got a real good straight change up, and we talked about the curveball. If he's able to command that pitch, it was probably going to be a pretty good day for him, and so far he has been able to command that curveball. When he's been forced into fastball counts, for the most part, he's kept them out of the middle.
Well, that one might have been in the middle, and it's going to end up in the back of the bleachers. A go-ahead 2-run homer by Aramis Ramirez. So he stays hot, and it's now 3-2. Number 19 for Ramirez.
Just as we're talking about Mike Minor keeping his fastball out of the middle of the plate, he does just that. He grooves one to Aramis Ramirez down around the knees in the middle of the plate. McCann wanted the pitch on the outside corner. It comes right down the middle of the plate. A little bit low in the zone, right where Rami likes it, and no doubt about this one.
Bunt from Carlos Silva, who threw a simulated game this morning as he is rehabbing from the heart issue.
And that's what you have to do against an opposing pitcher who appears to be on top of his game. If he does make a mistake, you better capitalize.
Ramirez hit .207 in the first half. He's been about 100 points better with his batting average since the break. 9 homers and now 31 RBIs in 33 games. Soriano swings and misses, so for the second straight inning, all the outs are strikeouts. However, here in the third, Ramirez with a 2-run shot, and the Cubs have their first lead today.
Wow, there is nothing here.
Oh, yes, there is. We got Bud Light. Here we go. Here's a good-looking couple.
She's a model.
time. The just right taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
So, you like antiques?
I was a little afraid. I mean, as an African American, I knew where my family tree might end up. But I went on Ancestry.com anyway, and I found out my great-great-grandfather was born a slave, but died a businessman. And that was worth finding.
Visit Ancestry.com and discover the world's largest online family history resource.
You don't have to know what you're looking for. You just have to start looking.
Your discovery starts right now on Ancestry.com.
Hi, I'm Stormy Simon. At Overstock.com, we've designed our site to be easy to shop, and we have the low prices you want every day on name brand products up to 70% off. We care about our customers, and our award-winning customer care team is available whenever you need help. And remember, whether you shop online or on your mobile phone, your entire order ships for just $2.95. Overstock.com, at home with the O.
543. Quiznos 543 value menu. Grab a large sub for only $5. A toasty torpedo for only $4. Or a toasty bullet for only $3.
Toasty.
What's up?
Oh, my feet are killing me.
You should get some custom fit orthotics.
Dr. Scholl's Custom Fit Orthotic Center. It recommends the custom fit orthotic that's best for your feet, and foot care scientists are behind it.
You get immediate comfort.
And you could save a couple $100. For locations, see drscholls.com.
Underway here in the fourth inning. Cubs 3, Braves 2 on an Aramis Ramirez 2-run homer to the back of the bleachers and left. Cabrera shoots that one the other way into left.
Chicago Cubs baseball on WGN TV is sponsored in part by the Illinois Lottery Mega Millions. Tuesday's Mega Millions jackpot is $110 million, actually 115 according to our graphic. That's
a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. 115.
Leadoff man is on. Alex Gonzalez 0 for 1. Ramirez in at third. 80 holding on Cabrera as Wells checks on him. Happy 51st anniversary wishes go out to Jim and Alice Oberbreckling from Coggin, Iowa. Celebrating here today with her family. Last year's 50th was rained out. I'm told the game, not the anniversary. Happy birthday wishes go out to Pat Alexa. Oh, and 2 to Gonzalez. Big group in attendance today from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Celebrating the 40th birthday of Dana Butchie. That note comes from Mary Wegner and Susie Marshall of Cedar Rapids. Wells trying to put away Gonzalez. Here it is, and he does. Got him on a slider for his 4th strikeout.
Well, that was a pitch that Randy had working really well in his last start against the Padres. When he gave up only the 1 run over 7 innings, he was able to spot that slider on both sides of the plate, and it really became his put-away pitch in that last start.
Outside to Ankiel.
I think that's a valuable lesson for a young pitcher to learn, and you know, I think sometimes we assume Randy Wells has had a lot more experience at the major league level than he really has, and by that I mean you leave the bullpen, you go out to the game mound, and find what's working. It may not be what was working when you warmed up down in the bullpen. You may get out to the game mound and suddenly find that the pitch that was working so well for you in the bullpen has disappeared, and another pitch becomes your go-to pitch. And that's a lesson that all pitchers have to learn at some point in their career. You may have preconceived notions of how I'm going to go about pitching to this lineup, but when you get out there on the game mound, if you don't have those weapons available, you've got to figure out a plan B quickly.
Ankiel bounces just foul. Well, we've been talking about two all-time greats hanging it up. Another baseball ambassador has announced he's coming back in 2011. Vin Scully will return to the Dodger booth for his 62nd season next year. Made that announcement today at Dodger Stadium. So he was terribly embarrassed by all the attention. There goes the throw to second, skips into center. Cabrera will make his way to third on a stolen base and an error on Coy Hill.
That's one as a catcher. You almost have to make a good throw. Coy Hill had called for a high fastball, trying to get Ankiel to chase up out of the zone. I mean, that is almost a pitch out. And Coy just rushed his throw a little bit too much. It tailed down and away from Starlin Castro, and unfortunately skips through into center field, allowing Cabrera to jump up and advance on to third.
The infield now will come in on a 2-2 to Ankiel. The pitcher's on deck. That's outside 3-2. Neither team runs a whole lot. The Cubs have the fewest steals in the National League. The Braves rank 14th, so they're third to last. And the payoff delivery is low and outside, so with first base open, he didn't give in. Bobby Cox will not manage at Wrigley Field again. Following today, 55-48 in his career in the friendly confines, which on Friday he called his favorite ballpark to visit, hands down.
He also said on Friday that he hopes at some point in the near future to come back here and watch a game as a fan. I asked him this morning, is that really true? Well, his bunted foul out of play by Mike Minor. He says absolutely. He says, I'm looking forward to coming back here with my family, spending a nice weekend, enjoying the restaurants around town, and then coming to a ball game at Wrigley Field.
He spied Don Zimmer on a rooftop a couple of years ago. Only foul right at the plate. Minor's simply trying to get Ankiel to second base. The runner at third, Cabrera, can kind of trail the third baseman. On that pitch, Bob, Cabrera didn't get very far off third base. There's nobody behind Ramirez to cover the bag. Bunted foul. That's a strikeout.
Not a great effort that time by Mike Minor to move the runner from first to second base, putting two guys into scoring position with 2 outs in the inning. That's something that you look at the stat sheets. Anytime there's a runner at third base and the batter at the plate is bunting, they consider that to be a squeeze situation or a squeeze bunt. And it's not always the case. Bobby likes to use that sacrifice bunt with runners at first and third just to put two guys into scoring position. But in that particular situation, if that bunt had gotten down fair and Cabrera was able to score, it would have been called a squeeze bunt, even though that's not necessarily the case. The runner at first plays it like a sacrifice bunt. The runner at third plays it like a safety squeeze. If he sees the bunt down on the ground and thinks he can score on the play, only then does he come on down the line. A true suicide squeeze, the runner is going as the pitcher delivers the ball to home plate.
Nobody has hit righties better than Omar Infante in terms of right-handed batters in baseball. 365 against righties. So among all right-handed batters with at least 180 at bats, that leads the way. Over the last 4 years, he's hitting almost 350 with runners in scoring position. And he crushes that one deep to left center for his second home run of this game. That is a 3-run blast, and the Braves lead 5-3. Wind blowing in today hasn't really mattered, has it? 3 homers for the Braves, the Cubs with 1. As both teams bringing out the power bats.
Well, we talked about it briefly after his first home run in this ball game. The wind was not really a factor whatsoever in batting practice for both teams before the game today, and it definitely has not been a factor since the game started. You see the reaction of Coy Hill behind home plate. You hear that noise, you see the trajectory of the ball. You're just hoping that it's not enough to get up into the basket. Unfortunately, it was.
Low for ball 1 on Jason Hayward, who homered in his last at bat. 4th career 2-homer game for Omar Infante. The thing for Infante, when he hits a home run, he usually pulls it to straightaway left field. The 2 he's hit today have been to left center. Ball 4, Hayward on for the 3rd time.
You mentioned those numbers for Infante against right-handed pitching this year, and I think that's basically because he is very quick with his bat. He can wait a long time before deciding whether he wants to swing or not. Is that a hittable strike, or is it a pitch I should take and wait for a better one? And when he does let the bat go, he gets tremendous bat speed for a guy that you wouldn't envision having that kind of power. But I don't care what size you are, if you get that bat going through the hitting zone, make solid contact the way Infante has twice in this game, you can do some serious damage.
Martin Prado 1 for 2. In the series, he is 2 for 8. Recently came off the disabled list, where he missed 16 games due to a fractured right pinky finger. Fracture in the hip joint.
Like Gladys Knight and the Pips?
Possibly. I've heard more medical terminology that I'm very unfamiliar with over the last couple of years.
Should have bought yellow.
Everything's very specific these days. Thomas Diamond up in the bullpen. Used to be broken finger. Now it's the fracture of the 4th metacarpal whatever. As Prado grounds out, 3-run homer by Infante, and it's now 5-3 Atlanta.
All right, your new Energy Star qualified Kenmore Elite's all set up.
Fantastic. How can they afford a new washer and dryer right now? They just remodeled a month ago. Something's going on.
Smart shopping is what's going on. Anyone can buy new appliances through the Sears layaway plan. You just lock down the model you want now and pay over 8 weeks.
I want her life. I want her new washer.
New appliance layaway plus Sears everyday low price guarantee. Search Sears appliances for the week's hottest deals and advice. Sears.
We are being so bad. But technically you're being worse than me. Because you're eating from that new mini Blizzard, so proportionally you're stealing more per bite.
I can't believe it. You have to ruin everything.
Don't you walk away from me.
Celebrate the Blizzard's 25th with the all-new DQ Mini Blizzard. Big Blizzard taste in a smaller Blizzard bite.
Expedia lets me mix and match airlines. I can take one airline out and another home. So with more flight options, I can find the combination that gets me there and back quickest. Where you book matters. Expedia.
We could really go for some shrimp. Who's cooking shrimp tonight? All for about $10.
Bon voyage. No other place can touch Golden Corral's oceans of shrimp. It's all part of our endless dinner buffet, all for around $10. Only at Golden Corral.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Omar Infante, who was very briefly a Chicago Cub during an offseason prior to 2008. With a big day today. A couple of homers, 4 knocked in. Cubs had him for less than a month. So was he really a Cub? That's the question. Never wore the uniform, but he technically on paper was a member of the organization. They do say once a Cub, always a Cub. I don't know.
He's never been invited to the convention. So.
That's true. Swing and a miss, another punch out. Mike Minor has 9 of them. And we're only in the 4th inning. Wrigleyville Rooftops has premier seating for up to 200 guests for corporate gatherings, family reunions, and bachelor or bachelorette parties. Individual and group tickets are available for all games. For more details, go to WrigleyvilleRooftops.com or call 773-248-ROOF. Has made one big mistake today, and Ramos Ramirez made him pay for it, but he works with a 5-3 lead. That one driven deep the other way. Xavier Nady off the wall, missed a homer by a couple of feet, and he will slide in safely with a double. Bang that one off the wall in deep right center.
That's going to have to be the approach against Mike Minor. You just give up trying to pull the fastball. Think about driving the fastball to the opposite field. We saw Marlon Byrd do it ahead of the Aramis Ramirez homer in the 3rd inning, and now Xavier Nady driving a fastball off the wall in right center field. If you try to pull his fastball, you're invariably going to be out in front of the straight changeup. So just give it to him. Say you're going to drive the fastball to the opposite field, and then if he does happen to throw you a changeup, you've got a better chance of putting it in play.
I don't know if that was your intention, but I love the fact that you worked in one of Lou Piniella's favorite words into the broadcast today, invariably.
Just a salute to Lou.
Yeah.
Well, I could have said Nady drove the ball off the ivory in right center field. As Lou referred to the Ivy in his first press conference as the manager of the Cubs.
Coined the term a Cubby occurrence.
Yep. We all knew about him. We just didn't know what to call him.
One strike on Coy Hill. Hayward coming over. Wynn pushing that ball toward the foul line as he makes a catch. Let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN.
He's awkward, neurotic, and completely hysterical. Larry David, the creator of Seinfeld, stars in Curb Your Enthusiasm. Premieres September 13th on WGN America.
Len and Bob and our WGN Sports crew from Wrigley Field. Final game for Lou Piniella as a Major League manager. Randy Wells pops it up. And the wind is going to push this one on top of the Braves dugout. Curveball for a strike. That one missed. 1-2. Cubs were not going to face Steven Strasburg, who pitched last night in Philadelphia, an upcoming series in Washington. Looks like his season might be over. He left his start last night with a forearm injury. He was scheduled to have an MRI today. It was his third start since coming back from a shoulder injury. So we will not get to see Steven Strasburg pitch in person here in 2010. Full count, 3-2 on Randy Wells.
If you're the Nationals, you have to wonder, is this most recent injury for Steven Strasburg related to the shoulder, or is this a completely separate and independent injury that he's developed since coming back?
All good questions.
Yeah, you know, sometimes in an effort to protect a pre-existing injury, you end up putting a lot of strain and stress somewhere else.
So Minor gets out of the inning with his 10th strikeout of the game.
Imagine a world of non-stop football. See scores as they happen live in HD. Watch every touchdown from every game. Sunday afternoon will never be the same. Dish Network presents NFL Red Zone.
Awesome. It's like awe-inspiring awesome.
My buddy here is kind of underplaying it. I mean, it's the red zone. It's the best part of the game.
What I love about NFL Red Zone, every single touchdown, every single highlight.
If I could describe NFL Red Zone in one word, it would be super awesome.
A must for any NFL fan.
Call Dish Network today. Packages start at just $29.99 a month. And add NFL Red Zone for just $7 a month. Plus, you'll also get NFL Network, featuring football 24/7, including exclusive Thursday night games. NFL Red Zone has to be seen to be believed. Get the channel critics have called by far the most innovative sports television creation of 2009 or even the decade. The NFL Red Zone, an out-of-body, all-encompassing, died and woke up in football heaven experience. Now get Dish Network and add NFL Red Zone and NFL Network for just $7 a month. And with Dish Network, HD is free for life.
I am a fantasy guy, and because of watching Red Zone, I'm able to get the jump on guys in my league.
It gives you all your stats right there in front of you.
Everything NFL has to offer on one channel.
Plus, with Dish Network, you'll get exclusive split-screen picture-in-picture on any TV.
I've got NFL Red Zone on one side and the local game on the other.
If you flip back and forth, you hear something from another game, you can try to find the channel. The Red Zone just brings me right to it.
Call Dish Network now and get a free DVR upgrade and HBO and Showtime free for 3 months. Plus, free installation.
It's like watching an action movie, but all you see are the explosions. Boom, boom, touchdown, touchdown.
Call Dish Network today and add NFL Red Zone for just $7 a month or visit Dish.com. Sunday afternoon will never be the same.
Now time for the 5th inning, brought to you by Subway. Hey, Chicagoland viewers, how would you like to win 5 $5 footlongs from Subway? Just be the 500th texter to text Subway to 97999. Go to WGNTV.com for complete info and rules. Well, the only good news to Mike Minor's start in terms of the Cubs' perspective is that he's had to make 77 pitches through 4 innings. And for a 22-year-old left-hander, probably not going to be able to go terribly deep into the late innings today in spite of his 10 strikeouts early.
And his 2 previous starts at the major league level, a 94-pitch outing over 6 innings against Houston, and then 105 pitches over 6 innings against the Washington Nationals.
Derek Lee pops it up. Shallow right. Darwin Barney makes a catch in the bullpen. Nicely done.
Welcome to Wrigley Field, kid. Wind blowing, sun shining, bullpen mounds to deal with over there. The guys in the Braves bullpen not offering a lot of assistance, but Darwin Barney able to stay with it, never takes his eye off the ball, and grabs it with 2 hands.
Andy Wells has given up 3 home runs today. Matches his career high. Gave up 3 in San Francisco a couple of starts ago. Dropped by Barney, but he has plenty of time to get in the can.
The 2010 Chicago Cubs baseball season on WGN is brought to you by Bud Light. The sure sign of a good time. Here we go.
Called strike on Melky Cabrera. The Dodgers have claimed catcher Ron Barajas off waivers from the New York Mets. Dodgers beat the Reds last night. Johnny Cueto got roughed up. It's his first start since his 7-game suspension. He gave up 4 home runs in a 5-batter span, including Ryan Theriot, who took him deep and snapped the Reds' 7-game winning streak. Fly ball deep left center, playable. Marlon Byrd for the inning. They go down in order. Bottom 5. 5-3 Atlanta.
We go to Olive Garden all the time. So sure, I already knew the salad and breadsticks were endless. But the other night, even the pasta was endless. Whoa, wait. So I get to choose any sauce and pasta, then just keep trying them in different combinations?
Yeah, nice, huh?
Yeah, real nice.
The never-ending pasta bowl is back with delicious new sauces like hearty Chianti 3 meat and creamy Parmesan Portobello. Combine any sauce and pasta, then try other combinations. Just $8.95 plus unlimited salad and breadsticks.
And how's your pasta, sir?
Never ending.
Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family.
And so the conversation turned until the sun went down, and many fantasies were there on that day.
I'm your genie. Weren't you just wishing for something more nutritious to eat?
I was.
Well, you can enjoy the taste of decadent dark chocolate, the crunch of almonds, plus 35% of your daily fiber, plus antioxidants in a Kellogg's Fiber Plus bar. Right then, 2 more wishes.
I'm good.
Oh. Back to the lamp then.
See ya.
Kellogg's Fiber Plus bars. You couldn't wish for more.
What's up?
Oh, my feet are killing me.
You should get some custom fit orthotics.
Dr. Scholl's Custom Fit Orthotic Center. It recommends the custom fit orthotic that's best for your feet, and foot care scientists are behind it.
You get immediate comfort.
And you could save a couple $100. For locations, see drscholls.com.
Rookie left-hander Mike Minor has been dominating at times here today. That one rocketed foul as Darwin Barney got out in front. Barney has struck out twice. Minor with 10 of them in his first 4 innings. Change-ups outside. At 10 combined in his first 2 starts.
I'll tell you what, Len, we've seen some good straight changeup pitchers around the National League this year, but I don't know if I've seen anybody with a changeup as good as the one Mike Minor is featuring today. Not sure what his changeup looked like in those first 2 starts, but he's got a really good one today. A good feel for it.
Got him that time on a breaking ball. Number 11. Let's check out who's moving forward with Toyota as Lou Piniella wraps up his Major League managerial career. Let's take a look at all the different stops for Lou. Winning records at every stop except for Tampa Bay, although we should point out in 2004 they won a then franchise record 70 games. As he managed his hometown team, Toyota and your local Toyota dealers, official partner of the Chicago Cubs. One of the great attributes of Lou Piniella, he's an excellent listener. That one got away from the third baseman Prado, and Starlin Castro is on. That's an error on Prado. Heard about the Braves struggling defensively, and they have continued to struggle this weekend.
Prado got a little bit of a late start coming in trying to smother that short hop. Couldn't get there quickly enough. The ball came up, hit him on the heel of the glove, and Castro reaches.
Marlin with 2 hits. Average has gone up 3 points since the start of action today. Ground ball in the hole. They will get 1, but that's it. Alex Gonzalez, quick feet, quick hands. That's a ball, Bob, I think 90% of the shortstops around baseball with backhand, but not him.
Take a look at our BMW Ultimate Drive of the game. Aramis Ramirez took advantage of a rare mistake by Mike Minor to drive it to the back of the left field bleachers for a 2-run home run. Now's your chance to lease a new BMW 3 Series for $439 a month with nothing down and no security deposit. Visit chicagolandbmw.com for details. Yeah, not only that, Len, you mentioned most shortstops would go to the backhand for this play. Also, most of them would backhand and throw to first. They would concede that that runner is going to make it from first to second, but Gonzalez gets it over there in plenty of time to get the force out and actually gave him an opportunity to possibly turn 2.
Second hit today for Ramirez. 2 on. For Alfonso Soriano. Cubs trail 5-3 here in the 5th. We got the foot of the home plate umpire Dale Scott. I was thinking about it today, Bob. Lou announcing this is his final game. And we always hope the umpires get it right. Can you imagine if there's just an awful call today? Lou's going to have to bite his tongue a little bit. He wants to finish the game too, right?
Not necessarily.
5-3 Atlanta.
The boys are back in town.
Boom! You're a star, Vince.
Look where we are. Did you ever think we'd have this?
This is sick, right?
It is sick.
You want to hug it out? This life is sweet. Reach for the stars, baby.
I don't know about this.
Bro, you can't chicken out now.
Yeah, can't do it. It's really high. Look at that boat down there. Those guys have a ton of Bud Light. Here we go. Oh! Check it out.
Oh, aluminum bottles, anyone? Double eggs, they're a little salty. Bikini!
It's the sure sign of a good time. The just right taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
She wants it back.
What this droid does will change how you do movies. With Blockbuster On Demand, this does hit films on a 4.3-inch screen so big, the way you see them will never be the same. Introducing the new Droid X, preloaded with Blockbuster, the next generation of does.
It's time to take matters into your own hands, especially when a little work can mean big savings. AutoZone's got the advice and expertise you need to take on any job and get it done right. Because do it yourself doesn't mean you have to do it alone. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Randy Wells trailing the Braves 5-3. 1-0 on Alex Gonzalez, hitting 7th. Came over in a deal that sent Yunel Escobar the other way. The Braves adding some veteran experience, a more steady presence at the shortstop position. Escobar untapped potential, but had struggled to a .238 batting average and had no home runs. Actually been better with the Blue Jays. Any one of the Braves relievers might be used in this one, although we see Billy Wagner stretching out. He will not have to worry about it until the bottom of the 8th at the earliest.
Saw him as it was happening because it was already happening.
Barely enough room for all of them to get loose down that right field line.
Cubs bullpen is quiet. Wells with a 1-2. A chopper to third. It's fair. Backhanded by Ramirez, who throws to first in time.
Shantile Watson from Naperville is today's Hit the Jackpot with Powerball contestant. If the Cubs hit a home run in the next inning, Shantile Watson will win 100 chances to win the Powerball jackpot. Wednesday's jackpot is worth $20 million.
Rick Ankiel. 1-0. Cardinals 8, Giants nothing. They're in the top of the 6th. in St. Louis. Barry Zito got knocked out in the 4th inning, gave up 5 runs. Cardinals ended a 5-game skid last night. Wells over to cover first. They get Ankiel. Tickets are available now for Cubs games in August and September, in particular the series against the Houston Astros, September 6th, 7th, and 8th. Bleacher seats are still available as well. To purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com, call 1-800-THE-CUBS, or visit the Wrigley Field box office. Chris Carpenter beat Tim Lincecum last night. Lincecum has lost 4 consecutive